Hello again, XDA Developer TV. Today I thought we would do something that I promised you a couple of weeks back. I thought we would go ahead and root, install TWRP on, and then install OmniROM on top of the Oppo N1. So I finally got around to doing this myself, and I thought I would just walk you quickly through the process. Luckily, thanks to some excellent development work done by some guys over on the forum, this was not a terribly difficult process at all, for the most part. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, head on over to the forum. There's a thread I'll have a link to down in the video description done by Jcase, where you can get a copy of his Oppo N1, or Oppo N1, I can't remember exactly how it was spelled, but it's an APK file that you copy over to your device, and from there you install it. That's about it. Once you've installed it, I actually ran it on my device. I don't even think you have to run it, but I ran it anyway. It shows you a little hello world screen. He says after it's been on there for a minute, you can actually install Super SU from the Google Play Store or from Chainfire's website, and then after that point you can remove the APK file. You can uninstall it. I uninstalled it using ADB. I'll have that command down in the down in the video description as well. Effectively, it was just ADB uninstall com.blah. Like I said, the info is going to be down in the video description if you just want to copy paste that in there. Like I said, this was a relatively straightforward and painless process thanks to the work of Jcase, who was building on top of the research done by Sorek and Giant Pune. Now from that point moving forward, I had actually heard some horror stories from other people about losing the recovery, the stock recovery, and wanting to make sure to keep a hold of that. So I found some links to an application called Flashify, which I was able to download from the Play Store, and using the root permissions on the device was able to quickly and easily make a backup of the recovery of the device and the kernel on the device. So just in case something went wrong, I could flash back to that. After that point, I attempted to install TWRP on the device. There's a thread over on the forum done by Troy talking about how you can use Goo Manager from the Play Store or from the APK they provide to actually go ahead and download the Open Recovery TWRP for you, but I attempted that about a dozen times, and every time I tried it, it sat there waiting to download the script, waiting to actually download the image, and never actually completed. So what I ended up doing was I used the manual instructions. I went over to their website and downloaded the image file that I needed. I put it into fast boot mode by powering off the device, holding the volume up key and the power button, and then attaching it to the computer, fast boot, flash, recovery, file name, and I was good to go. After that point, power the device down, hold the volume down button and the power key, and it boots up into TWRP in just a short amount of time. Now from that point moving on, you can kind of do whatever you want to. If you want to flash CyanogenMod, you can do that. In this case, I went ahead and flashed OmniROM to it because there are now nightlies available of Android KitKat. Definitely wanted to see how KitKat performs on this device, so I went ahead and downloaded a copy of that. I'll have a link to the Oppo forums where you can check out the whole thread on the N1 and how Omni is coming along for that. But basically from that point, I went into TWRP, I wiped the cache, the Dalvik cache, the system partition. I wiped pretty much everything but the SD card. Then went ahead and flashed the installation of OmniROM. Very short amount of time later, I was booting up into OmniROM. It took a little bit of time, of course. That first time boot takes a little while longer, as it is expected, but not too much longer. After that, I was up and running. Stock Android 4.4 with the OmniROM tweaks that are OmniROM. Now, as you probably guessed, this does not come with Super SU bundled. It does not come with Google Apps bundled. So from the same Oppo forums thread, you can actually find links to Paranoid Android's Google Apps and Chainfire's Super SU app. So I went ahead and re-downloaded those things, went back into TWRP, flashed those, and boom, I'm good to go. So yeah, at this point, I am definitely running Android KitKat on this device. Android 4.4, it is a nightly build, so there are probably going to be some things that are not 100% rock solid stable on it, but it's been decent so far. The one thing I have noticed is the camera does not have the photosphere available to it, but that's apparently a known issue, and it has to do with the Google Apps and some sort of an incompatibility. But other than that, I'm loving the look and feel of it. Of course, it's stock Android. I'm loving the performance out of it so far over the color ROM that comes on it by default. I will probably try out CyanogenMod if I can find a good, appropriate link from the official CyanogenMod site, but I just haven't seen that link yet. I've seen some unofficial links from the XDA forum, but I just wanted to get the official one from CM themselves without going directly through a third party. But actually, that's probably going to be about all from me for today. My first impressions of it, like I said, I'm enjoying the speed, I'm enjoying the stock Android experience. I don't really have any impressions on battery life or on true performance and differences between ColorOS and OmniROM, but that should be a sort of a quick and easy way to get your device rooted and recovered and new ROM installed if you have the Oppo N1 and you're interested in doing this yourself. Keep in mind it will be available in the next few weeks here in the US for $5.99 directly from Oppo, and I think they'll actually have it for sale on Amazon as well. And be on the lookout for more content coming from me about the Oppo N1. I'll be doing at least a full review of the device in the next week or so, and possibly some more videos on it if you guys are interested in seeing more things about it. But that's going to be about all from me for today. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button down below the video if you like this video, and subscribe to receive our content as soon as it becomes available. Thanks again for watching though, and I'll see you again on Friday.